To make the preparation faster, plan the order of steps to avoid wasting too much time. Then measure and prepare all ingredients in advance. Place 350 grams of sugar into a pot and heat until it melts. While the sugar melts, prepare 500 milliliters of water within reach. Warm it up. 200 grams of margarine, 200 grams of white chocolate, 170 grams of roasted ground hazelnuts, and 400 grams of crushed biscuits. Since this is a vegan dessert, margarine and white chocolate are used. This is the white chocolate. When the sugar is almost melted, a few lumps from stirring too early are no issue. Add 500 milliliters of hot water. As the sugar dissolves, add the margarine right away. Stir gently to help the sugar and margarine melt without letting the mixture boil. When almost fully melted, add the white chocolate and stir until everything is smooth and combined. Once the chocolate has melted and blended with the mixture, remove from heat. Remove it from the heat and immediately add 170 grams of roasted ground hazelnuts. Mix briefly now. So the hazelnuts warm up and release their aroma, then add 400 grams of crushed biscuits. Let this mixture cool for about 10 minutes, which gives just enough time to prepare the base for another dessert. For the next dessert, mix 150 milliliters of water for the base layer, 80 grams of margarine and 150 grams of sugar. Heat until melted and boiling. While waiting for it to melt, grease a pan with a bit of oil and line it with parchment paper for easier removal later. If ingredients were prepped earlier as advised, you'll have 100 grams of dark chocolate, 180 grams of biscuits, and 170 grams of ground walnuts ready. When the mixture boils, remove from heat. Submerge the chocolate slightly and add 170 grams of ground walnuts. Find the full list of ingredients under the video by clicking the 3 dots. Now mix in 180 grams of biscuits. Keep stirring to combine everything evenly. And here it is. Take the pan and pour the entire mixture in right away. Flatten it neatly and once leveled, place it in the fridge to set. While the first layer is done, the first filling has also cooled down. Spread the cooled filling onto wafer layers. Spread about 5 tablespoons of filling onto each layer. There's plenty of filling, so don't skimp. Add another wafer on top and continue layering until finished. After the last layer, press it down lightly with your hands. Cover with parchment paper, place a board or tray on top to even it out, and apply slight weight, like a kilogram of something. Now leave it to set. Next, we make chocolate wafer cake. This is a more affordable dessert. Use 400 grams of sugar, 400 milliliters of water, and 250 grams of margarine. Heat until melted and boiling, then let it simmer for 2 minutes. Once melted, remove from heat. Add 200 grams of dark chocolate and stir lightly. Do not cook for longer than 2 minutes, as the liquid will evaporate too much. Add 170 grams of ground nuts and 350 grams of ground biscuits. If you don't have nuts, use 500 grams of biscuits and it will still turn out great. The nuts are for added flavor. Once mixed, check the consistency to see if it's too thick or too thin. Leave it to cool for about 10 minutes. while preparing the top layer of the dessert in the fridge. Let's move on. Combine 150 milliliters of water, 50 grams of margarine, and 150 grams of sugar to melt. Once melted, add 170 grams of ground nuts and 180 grams of ground biscuits. As it melts, stir until smooth, allowing it to boil briefly. Boil for 30 seconds to a minute, and that's it. After mixing, spread this immediately over the first chocolate layer. Where are you going? Stay right there. Why won't it cooperate? Once leveled, place it in the fridge. The filling for the wafers has cooled, so they can now be assembled. Spread about 6 full tablespoons. Where's my spatula? Add the next layer and repeat the process until finished. Place the final wafer on top and press lightly to secure it. Cover with baking paper, then place a tray or board on top. Press firmly and add a light weight such as this one. Transfer it to the fridge to set. Melt 100 grams of dark chocolate with 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil and pour over. Shake gently to even out the chocolate glaze. Leave it to set. Since the Bajadera is dark, the rozen cake will be topped with white and decorated with dark chocolate. Melt 100 grams of white chocolate with 1 tablespoon of oil. And that's it. Leave it to set.